Hey, my name is Dennis Duty, and I am one of the writers for Museum of the Uncanny. Now, this is a comic book anthology. Each story centers on a different artifact from the museum, and I wrote the story, The Ballad of Martin Martin. This is set in 1613, London, the Globe Theatre. A strange man named Martin Martin makes an appearance. One by one, people start dressing like him. They start acting like him. They start taking on the name Martin. But the thing is, nobody thinks it's weird. Now, I wouldn't call this horror because nothing horrifying happens. I like to think of it like Coraline meets being John Malkovich.
Malkovich.
Now, I never say it in the text, but I see the main character as being neurodivergent. We have all these quotes floating around. I pulled directly from modern day people talking about neurodivergence. Now, John is high masking, but this masking is also what keeps him safe, so he doesn't stick out. Nobody knows anything's wrong, and he has kind of infiltrated the inner workings of this. The choice of clothing is very intentional. As people are influenced, they start copying his look, but very realistically. Same cuts, same styles, and it all fits into this really cool, really realistic 17th century style. This is really where our illustrator Marco knocked it out of the park. We get these really over-the-top characters, but it feels plausible. Aside from the costume design, green, like an infection. The idea was that you could see how infected somebody is by how much green they're wearing. And I am so in love with what Carlos did. He's our colorist. Like, if you look at a creative brief and it says, as people are infected, they wear more and more green, it could be easy to get like really cartoony about it. And our letterer pushed that even further, like having the speech bubbles glow green during the infection stage. Martin Martin was born from a few different ideas clashing into each other. First is a Torchwood episode called Adam, and Adam inserts himself into your memory, and he can only be defeated if everybody forgets about him. And then Rick and Morty, and then in politics, it started to become less about policy and more about personality. And I remember joking, hey, what if this guy is a memory demon? What if he feeds literally on attention, and if everybody stopped, he would starve? So all these kind of ideas formed together, and I thought of Martin. So this whole thing leads to a real life event, the burning of the Globe Theatre. So this happened in real life when one of the prop cannons misfired and set the place on fire. Because I did the research, I know who was directing at the time, a bunch of stuff that you don't even see. I have exact dates, I have travel paths. The script even accounts for the fact that Shakespeare was not around. It just looks like a throwaway line. Someone in the background goes, oh, did Shakespeare send him? Now, this story is dense. It is packed tight into 8 clean pages. And honestly, that was the hardest part. All the lore I had to leave behind, but it is there if you look close enough. So whether you are into memory demons, offbeat darkness, or just characters quietly resisting social collapse, this is a pretty good read, and we only have like a day or 2 left to get your hands on it. So check it